of Hispanic voters, all of a sudden we're an important priority that you need to appeal to. And unfortunately, immigration has turned into this political piñata on both sides to try to appeal to this segment when the priority for us really is jobs and the economy. So, of course, is taking sometimes out of context the fact that only immigration and immigration alone is the one thing that sets the two parties apart, right, when at the end we're really looking for a better country for all of us that are here.
Blake, President Clinton was not called a racist back then for posing the same ideas, right?
No, he was not called a racist, and he shouldn't have been. But I think the issue here with Donald Trump is the rhetoric that he uses. Consider his speech yesterday in Phoenix, where he categorized all immigrants as criminals. He's done that on more than one occasion, and I think the rhetoric that Donald Trump
wait a second. How did he do that?
Go ahead, Steve, take that on.
No,
go ahead.
No.
Steve, go ahead.
I think that the rhetoric we have to accept from Donald Trump.
Immigrants as
hang on, Blake. Go ahead, Steve.
Donald Trump's rhetoric
hang on, Blake, sorry, hang on. Steve, what was the rhetoric that he said all immigrants are racist?
I watched the entire speech, and I never saw him say all immigrants are criminals. Where did he say that?
He has categorically, time and again, classified immigrants with hateful rhetoric. He deserves to be criticized for that rhetoric. But I think the most important thing that we have to address is the fact that there is no sensible immigration plan from Donald Trump. We don't know what Donald Trump's immigration plan is. He had a deployment force. Maybe he's abandoned that. He wants to build a wall. He was rebuked by the Mexican president.
Stay with me.
Donald Trump's plan is hardly sensible.
Blake. Okay, Blake, hang on. I want to get Carlos in here. You know, that's the hot button issue, is the deportation force, right, Carlos? I mean, listen, hang on, stay with me 1 second. We've got 65 countries around the world that have built walls. We've got 750 miles worth of walls in the European Union. The wall may not be the issue. It's really the hot button issue is the deportation force. Go ahead.
Right. Well, I think we're talking about the rhetoric that Trump has used throughout the campaign. I think, you know, looking at this from one perspective as a Hispanic Republican, you know, any political candidate running for any political office in the United States is not going to appeal to Hispanics if he's talking about self-deportation, deportation forces, getting rid of DACA, deporting millions of children, and building walls. I think that it's a losing proposition, not only from a policy standpoint, which you know, it's unworkable. You can't ask 12 million people to self-deport themselves. It's not going to happen, but it's also a policy that's been repudiated in the ballot box.
Okay,
when you look at
Carlos, hang on 1 second. I want to bring Lili back in here. Again, Bill Clinton in 95 and in 1996 said we must deport criminal illegal immigrants. That was roundly applauded. In fact, he appointed Barbara Jordan to run that program.
Yeah, well, I think the opportunity that Mr. Trump has right now is to clarify what does it mean when he says to fix the legal immigration process. Because I think that what a lot of people don't know is that almost half of the immigrants that are here undocumented today came to the country legally, but there is not a legal mechanism to maybe change status or move into the next step of jumping in the line. It happened to me as a documented immigrant that at some point in my life I was undocumented because I couldn't change from a student visa to a work visa within the right period of time, even though I had a job offer from a Fortune 500 company.
I hear what you're saying.
That is a real gap.
That's a real issue.
He has an opportunity now to tell us what does it mean to fix the legal immigration process.
Blake, you know, I think the Americans out there, at least we're hearing, they're tired of the heated rhetoric around this, the use of pejorative terms like racist, the derogatory terms. Bill Clinton had the exact same ideas that Donald Trump had. Bill Clinton was not called a racist for this. He was applauded. Strip it aside, set it aside. What works? Maybe a wall would work. Many countries in the European Union have set up walls to protect their borders. What is wrong with that to stop the lawlessness that is happening at the border? Maybe the deportation force is the hot button issue, tearing apart families. Maybe Donald Trump needs to dial that back. Go ahead, Blake.
Well, the deportation force clearly is wildly unpopular. You know, Trump's target audience right now is suburban women. He's underperforming where Republicans traditionally are. It's very unpopular, so he's backing away from it. The wall, I think the challenge for Trump here is that he's declared time and again that he's going to make Mexico pay for it. The president of Mexico rebuked him yesterday. It's hard to really take Trump seriously because he shifts his positions. If we're going to have a conversation about meaningful immigration reform, Donald Trump has to bring some serious ideas to the table.
I want to get